Hello, folks, and welcome back here in Lovington, New Mexico. Just about an hour, a little over an hour away from Carlsbad. The Cavemen traveled today. Their first game on the road. They played their first two games at home, got a chance to play under their new lights and by their new field house and all of that stuff. Tonight, they are on the blue turf, and they are wearing the white uniforms with the gray pants and the silver helmets. So tonight, the Cavemen will be easy to spot out on the blue turf. It is military night here in Lovington, so they did do a moment of silence in honor of the military, and they will have other things, I would imagine, at halftime and things like that. So we'll keep you guys informed on everything. Coach Sanders prepared to make the adjustments necessary to make this team better. He said that going into this week, they did focus in on some of the mistakes they made last week, and those should be cleaned up coming into tonight's game. Excited to see how the Cavemen perform. There is a lot that the Cavemen fans are looking forward to see if they can really get themselves a winning season. Can we get more than 5 wins this year, Ruben? I think so. We'll be right back, folks. Stick around. We got more for you here on Carlsbad Radio. Yes. Okay. Oh, it's like delayed or what? Oh, is that live now? Are we? Am I talking? Does it hear it? Okay. I'll mute it. Hello, folks. It is 3 minutes, 12 seconds until game time. We're excited to see the Cavemen take on the Lovington Wildcats in a rematch from last year's shootout. We're excited about what's to come, possibly for a revamped offense from the Cavemen. The last couple of games, they have scored, I believe, a combined 40 points, 24 against Artesia, 16 against help me out there. Their last opponent, Goddard. There you go. And so tonight we're looking to see how they perform offensively against Lovington. We know the defense comes ready to play. They have been incredible this year, but offense will be looking to fire on all cylinders. We're going to get ready for the national anthem and be back here in just a moment. 2 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock, and we'll be back here in just a moment. Stick around. Carlsbad Radio. Thank you. Yes. Just finished. right, guys, it is almost time for kickoff. Both teams are getting ready for the initial buzzer to start things off. Referees going out to their positions, and we've got the weather as overcast right now. And Lovington, New Mexico, folks. Brian Urlacher Field, excited about this as the Cavemen look to redeem themselves from last year's loss, 47-44. Can they put up big numbers offensively? We've yet to see it, but we believe it can happen. Coach talked about adjustments being made. He also talked about, Ruben, the speed training that has been so important to this new team here from Carlsbad. I mean, more about staying on top of sprints and short spurts than it is about being, ready to go for a very long time and keep out of fatigue. So what do you think about the new system that the Cavemen are doing?
Well, it's just unusual because normally you're just used to strong lifting, heavier weights, and getting stronger and getting bigger and all that stuff. But now I guess, technology and everything makes things want you to be quicker and faster and all that stuff. So
right.
We'll see how that works out. I mean, it's a new system. It's going to take a little while to kind of make it see changes, and we'll see hopefully by district changes in the team.
Absolutely. So right now, Cavemen are discussing some things with Lovington discussing some things with the referee. Lovington tonight wearing blue on blue with the white helmets. Cavemen wearing the white jerseys, gray pants, and silver helmets tonight to represent Carlsbad. 12 minutes on the clock. We're getting ready to make things happen here. Kicker doing his pregame warm-up really quick. He's stepping it out, and he's giving the thumbs up on both sides. Here comes the kick. This one's going to be a line drive to the back of the end zone, a big leg there from Lovington. And that was hit at a low line drive type of angle. So the Cavemen are going to take over at the 20-yard line. So 1st and 10, and Cavemen are going to have the ball first. Ruben, the big key to tonight's game, I believe, is the passing game. If the Cavemen can unlock the passing game, this is going to be something that they can really put together in a good way for that offense. They've been using the rushing game very effectively with Brock Wright, who is the lone, star out there when the rushing game is going, and it always is. But can they make some things happen in the air?
Yeah, Brock averages 108 in the first 2 games of rushing, which is very good. We'll see how it goes.
All right, so first play, a handoff to Wright. He's going to get through the middle. He's got lots of room to run. He's at the 40, the 50. He might take off. The 30-yard line. He's going to get pushed out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Big gain for the Cavemen. Huge start as Brock Wright's able to take the ball 60 yards on the opening play, and a flag is down on the field. We're going to see if that is a possible block in the back or a hold.
Hopefully, if it's any kind of penalty on us, it just goes from the line of scrimmage. Oh, it's on the defense.
Okay, so it looks like it is an maybe unnecessary roughness on the defense. The Cavemen sitting at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, that was a nice run. He got a few good blocks, and he just, as explosive as it is, made a good gain on that one.
And nothing different there for the Cavemen. Straight up the gut, and Brock Wright just runs with his head down, makes sure that he gets a little bit of clearance, and he took off. And Wright really not known specifically for being, the guy that's going to outrun you, more the guy that's going to run over you and overpower you. And right there, he really flashed the speed, got a 60-yard gain.
He might have felt weird, like he's wanting to hit somebody.
Right.
And it's like, where do I go? I got to just keep running, I guess, if there's nobody in front of me.
So with the unnecessary roughness, they were able to move the ball up half the distance to the goal, a little more than that, actually, maybe just from the spot. But the Cavemen now at 1st and goal on the 8-yard line. Here comes the snap. Lopez holds on to it there, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain for the Cavemen on the fake handoff. The keep for Lopez goes nowhere. So
yeah, I feel like that just didn't really develop. As soon as he kind of did the the fake handoff and kind of spun around, all the defense was right there in his face. So
11 minutes, 20 seconds, and just 40 seconds into this thing, the Cavemen trying to put up the first points of the game. Ruben, we said it was a shootout last year. This is a pretty quick pace if the Cavemen are able to get into the end zone. Here's the snap. The handoff goes to Bobby Castañeda, who was in motion, but he's way back behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to get tackled for about a 10-yard loss.
yeah.
And, I mean, immediately you could sense trouble. There was a couple of Wildcats right in the area, and Castañeda really had nowhere to go. They really anticipated on that play.
Yeah, they read that one coming in. As soon as he went across, Eloy handed off to him. They were all over him. So, yeah, he was trying to get around. It looked like he was going to get around the corner, but no, he just took a little bit of a pretty good loss on that one.
You'd hate to see the Cavemen settle for a field goal. So now on 3rd and goal, they've got quite a ways to go. Lopez rolling out to his right. He stops, throws a line drive over the middle. He gets it to Castañeda. It's going to be a nice gain. Gets it back basically to the original line of scrimmage on the first part of this series. But 4th and goal, and the Cavemen are looking to send it over to Lennon Annanins to put up 3 points on the board. The goalpost very short compared to Carlsbad's. I'd say it's probably about 10 feet shorter than Carlsbad.
Yeah, it's pretty short. But I think this is a smart decision. Get some points early and not take a chance of not getting in the end zone.
And this one is going to go through the uprights. Annanins cashes in for the first 3 points. Cavemen 3, Lovington 0, and they strike first. So how will the Wildcats respond? And obviously, the Cavemen defense being put to the test last week. They gave up 14 points, but Ruben, that was maybe one of the most interesting 14 points a defense could give up. I would say it should have been a shutout, and then they got pinned in the red zone 2 different occasions. It's really hard to, make stops that way.
Yeah, and on one of them, they still stopped him. It was like at the 7 or 8 yard line, and they stopped him, and they didn't score, but it was the other one that was like about the 3 yard line, 2 or 3 yard line. They just couldn't hold them. And, yeah, the defense played solid the whole game. And, yeah, it ended up being a dogfight right at the very end.
Right at the very end, the 2-point conversion stopped about inches short by the Cavemen defense. And that was kind of just like a testament to what this team can be, especially defensively. We've seen some great things. And, of course, the star that has been talked about all off season and all this, short early part of the season, Colton McKibben, a man amongst boys on this team. He is large in charge and very fast. Apparently, it is between him and I believe Castañeda that are the top 2 fastest guys on the squad. And that's pretty impressive. So, Cavemen getting set to kick things off. Annanins has the leg power to put it in the end zone, but Willie, here it comes. This one is deep, and it will come up just short. They're going to go ahead and take this back from the 1 yard line. They fake the handoff. They're going to get this one to the 20-yard line. Breaks back to pass a tackle. He's going to get pushed out at the 30-yard line. Lovington is going to get started. So this thing, Ruben, or this return, ended up giving them about 10 extra yards. He was 1 yard away from catching it in the end zone, which would have been an automatic touchback. He caught it on the 1 yard line, decided, I want some glory, and it worked out. 10 more yards.
Yeah, there was a couple of missed tackles. Would have got him back maybe closer to the 20, but, yeah, he had a good run back.
So Lovington going to take over here. They've
Justin
got Justin Allen playing quarterback. Number 18, he's going to get his team set, drops back. He's in the shotgun. Going to scramble out of the pocket. He holds on to this one, gets about 3 yards on the play. Didn't like anything he saw in terms of targets and took off pretty quickly. Cavemen were closing in rather fast.
Yeah, it was good coverage on that one. He didn't find any open receivers, so he just tucked and ran and got a couple anyways.
So Justin Allen with the first few yards for the Wildcats. It's going to be 2nd and 7. He's going to give the handoff here to number 2, Zachary Diaz, who earns himself a couple of yards on the stat sheet. It's going to make it 3rd and 5 for Lovington. The Cavemen defense wanting to make a statement here early with a quick 3-and-out. 8 minutes, 33 seconds on the clock. The Cavemen lead 3-0 if you're just joining us. Justin Allen takes the snap from the shotgun. Almost passed it, ends up getting sacked,
44.
but will they give a penalty here? No flag on the play. He was pulled down by his helmet, but not his face mask.
Jake Norman.
Lovington not too happy with that tackle, but a good play by the Cavemen. They were in the backfield immediately. Allen looked to have started his windup for the pass, but did not get it off in time. It's 7 minutes, 55 seconds, and Lovington at 4th and 11. They're going to punt this one off. The punter here today, Caleb Aranda. 7 minutes, 45 seconds. Lovington snaps it. Caught successfully, and this punt is off, and it is pretty good. A nice bounce there. And Castaneda's going to pick this one up off of a nice candy hop. He's going to get to the 40-yard line, pushed out at about the 44-yard line, 45-yard line. They're going to give him an extra yard there off the push out. Good decision there by Castaneda. Had he let that one go, which wouldn't have been a bad decision, based on some of the risks he took, that would have probably pinned the Cavemen close to the 10-yard line.
Oh, yeah, that would have gone back quite a bit because it had the good roll. But, yeah, he picked it up like a shortstop and took off. Made a nice play on it for sure.
Exactly.
But it is high risk for sure.
It is. It is. And that's the thing. A lot of coaches will tell you either let that go, or if you see a fumble that's bouncing around, jump on it. Don't pick it up and run with it. But Castaneda, one of the most athletic players on this squad, liked what he saw. And I think when you see it pop up at a certain angle, you really have a good read on it. I think he knew what he was doing there.
Yeah. No, he definitely looked like he knew what he was doing, and he did do a good job and got a good, 15, at least 15 yards more on that one.
Definitely worked out for the Cavemen. 7 minutes, 29 seconds here on the clock for the Cavemen. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. So Cavemen nearing midfield and in a good spot here on their second drive of the first quarter. So here's the snap. The handoff goes to Wright. He gets stopped, but he's still able to gain about a yard here on this play. They spot him for 2. So it's going to be 2nd and 8 here for the Cavemen. Lopez yet to put one, Lopez does have one completion. And here's his second one. Passes it out to Brock Wright. And he's going to lay some guys down and get himself about 15 yards. He gets to the 38-yard line. Ruben right there, that was a big boy play.
I think he only likes to do one thing more than rushing the football is making contact before he goes down.
He loves it, and he's really good at it. There were some Lovington bodies flying there as Brock Wright gained a solid first down. Here's a handoff to Wright again, and he goes straight on into the defense, gains himself a couple of yards. So Cavemen at 2nd and 8 here, sitting on about the 36-yard line. Cavemen going to try and march this one quickly, and they've got plenty of time here in the first quarter to do plenty of damage. Ruben, the pass play there, so far Eloy Lopez 2 for 2 in the air, and both passes in stride. They look good.
Yeah, no, I feel like he's getting more comfortable back there and getting more confidence.
So here he is in the shotgun. Brock Wright to his right. He hands it off again to Wright. He's going to have a few yards, maybe just a bit short of the first down. It's close.
Yeah, it might be 3rd and 1.
So he had 8 yards on that play, and yes, they're going to give him the first down. So it's 1st and 10 Cavemen. They're going to keep marching this thing towards the end zone, 28-yard line.
And I like how they don't really do a huddle and they keep it going because it makes the defense have to stay out there and they can't make adjustments.
You can wear a team out, that's for sure. Here's Lopez in the pocket, throws one, gets it across to Evan Leos, who's going to gain 6 yards there. Lopez 3 for 3. I think he might have been listening to the podcast last week from this week from Coach Sanders saying, look, I've got a ton of confidence in him. He's just a moment away. Lopez really showing that confidence is going to work out for Coach, at least here early. Cavemen 3 for 3 in the air, and Evan Leos, the receiver on that one.
Well, I think in his defense, too, he played a lot of baseball in the summer, so he's kind of just getting his feet wet. You know what I mean? Getting his reps in.
All right, so here comes the snap. He hands it off to Wright. Wright gets pulled down. About a yard gain there. The hard way, that's for sure. 4 minutes, 55 seconds. And the Cavemen continue to look good here early in the first quarter. A win here tonight, Ruben, would put them at 2-1. A couple of the games that are coming up for the Cavemen going to be pretty tough, I'd imagine. Cibola, Centennial, then Clovis is supposed to be solid as well. So a Lovington win would go a long way, I think, especially with their confidence. Here's Lopez here, awaiting the snap. He's going to back up and get this pass over to Evan Leos, and this one right through his hands. He's tapping on his chest like, hey, that's on me. Good pass there by Lopez. Really put it in a spot only his receiver could get to, but that's going to be an incomplete pass. It's going to be 4th and 5. Cavemen still have Lopez out there. They might be looking to do a hard count here and see if they can draw an offsides from the defense. Either that or they're just going to risk it here.
In that zone where they're at, they're thinking, you know what, we're just going to try to.
Oh, and they do. They like it. Lopez going to go for the option. He's holding on to this one and immediately gets stopped. He had a wide open Brock Wright behind him to pitch to. He held on to it, and it didn't look like there were many options there. He was just going straight into traffic group. And what do you think he saw there?
I think he just saw that his options were limited and they closed in on him quick. But like you said, with Brock behind him, I think you have that little option pitch to where you give it to Brock and he's got a little bit of field and you know what he can do with that football. So
he's dangerous. Yeah, I think on that play right there, looking forward on film, this weekend he's probably going to be told, hey, you got to keep him in your sights 100%. He should be option number 1 almost. Here's the pitch here for Lovington. They're going to meet the defense of the Cavemen a yard before the line of scrimmage, so they're going to take a loss. It's going to be 2nd and 11. 3 minutes, 57 seconds. The Cavemen still lead 3-0. They've been in the red zone twice now, or close to it, and only 3 points thus far. And Ruben, I think one of the things they'll look to focus in on as the season continues is the red zone, success.
Yeah, for sure. You got to score in the red zone.
All right, so here comes number 18, Justin Allen, goes ahead and keeps this one. He dropped back for the pass, didn't like what he saw, and took off running. Got about a 6-yard gain on that one. And yeah, they spot this one at the 26-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 4 for the Wildcats. And Allen really just has a very limited time back in the pocket. So as soon as he drops back, if he doesn't see that first option open, he's taking off or he's going to have to scramble. Here it is again, the snap. Again, getting met behind the line of scrimmage. Almost sacked, but he's going to get out maybe about a yard on that play, but it's going to make it 4th and short for the Wildcats. Well, about 4th and 4 now.
Yeah, they're going to definitely have to punt.
So they did spot him right at the line of scrimmage. And Lovington sending in their special teams for the punt formation. We've got Bobby Castañeda back. That worked out for the Cavemen last time. And if Lovington kicks it right at him, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
Yeah, it's one of those tough things. Like, he's pretty far back. Last time the kicker Aranda kicked it pretty short. So he let it bounce, but I feel like you almost got to move up a little bit. See, just like that one,
Getting
he
the
kicked
punt
it way
off
short.
from the 15-yard line.
There
And
he goes.
again, another hop to Castañeda. He's going to take off. He's got 5 yards, 10 yards. He's going to get stopped at the 47-yard line. So a nice little return there for Castañeda. And, of course, those are all bonus because right there, if you let that go, you're looking at losing about 15 yards the other way. So
Yeah.
probably a 30-yard turnaround right there by him deciding to pick it up and go.
Yeah, that one was probably a less risk than the other one because it bounced right up like a candy hop right to his chest. So he had an easier chance than the one that was like a low one.
2 minutes, 30 seconds. Here in the first quarter, the Cavemen lead 3-0. Both teams have yet to use a timeout. No reason for him just yet. Lopez has looked good in the air, 3 for 4, but he's put all 4 in the area.
In the right
That's
spot,
for sure.
yeah.
In the right spot is a great way to put it. So Lopez now with 2 in the backfield with him, right on his left, Flores on his right, and they give it to right.
There's a flag.
He gets a yard on it, but flag down on the field. We're going to see what this call comes across. 2 minutes, 25 seconds, and that's a face mask penalty. That's going to get the Cavemen a nice little 15-yard gain. So that should be first down, and they gave him
the
5
5-yard
yards.
See, so I guess we have to check on that.
Face mask, and they only gave 5 yards on that one, Ruben. We saw
I think
it twice.
if you grab it, it's 5 yards, and then if you turn their helmet, it's 15. I think that's what it is. We'll have to check on
Okay.
that for sure.
2 minutes, 20 seconds. Cavemen with a 1st and 5 opportunity. Here's the snap. Lopez fakes the handoff, passes this one, tries to hit number 11, Jaden Harper, in stride. It comes up short. That would have been a 100% touchdown had he hit his receiver in the hands. 2 minutes, 10 seconds on the clock, and really no risk there on a 1st and 5. Cavemen trying to go for it all. That was the right play call, Ruben.
Yeah, that was. He might have led him just a little too much, maybe a yard less in front of him, and it would have been 6 points.
2nd and 5. Lopez and Wright in the backfield. 2 receivers out right. They give it up to Wright, and immediately he just, again, like you said, just aiming for contact, went straight at the ground almost. I think at that point we talked about his ability to hurdle over people. That might have been his opportunity to just step over a guy.
Yeah, but I guess what did they say? The defender has to be down
No,
to hurdle him.
if they're down enough, you can get over him.
Yeah, that's the only way.
He's not standing up, and he was down pretty far. 3rd and 4 here for the Cavemen. Lopez hands this one off to Wright again. He's going to get about 3 yards. He's still on his feet. This might get
Real
them a
close to the
first down.
Yeah,
We'll see where they spot it.
I think he's going to be a yard short.
And if he's a yard short, the Cavemen will be going for it, but it might just be a first down. No, they're going to say, yep, it's just about a
foot.
little bit less than a yard short.
Yeah.
The Cavemen looking to get that first down, earning it here. A minute on the clock here in the first quarter. 3-0 Cavemen lead. Lopez gets the snap. He's going to hold on to it, and they're going to stop him for a turnover. So Lovington forces the Cavemen to turn it over on down. And Lopez, as soon as he saw his opponent, kind of slowed down to brace for impact. And right there, Lovington able to push him back. So Cavemen are going to turn this one over. They're going to switch to their defense, and Lovington will take over at the 40-yard line, at their own 40-yard line. 48 seconds left here in the first quarter. 3-0, the Cavemen lead. Cavemen offense has looked good in spurts, but they have not been able to get into the end zone here in the first quarter. Here's the first play for Lovington. A nice pass on the move for Justin Allen, and his wide receiver is folded by Lennon Annanins. There's a flag on the play. I don't know if they thought he grabbed a face mask or pulled him the wrong way, but Looks like Coach Widener pretty heated up on the sideline. Might be an unsportsmanlike. Oh, yep, they're going to give him a face mask penalty. And that will send it the other way, I believe. Last time we saw a face mask penalty, we saw 5 yards. This time we're seeing 15. So if you guys know back at home what the difference is between, a 5-yard penalty and a 15-yard penalty for a face mask, same penalty, different yardage. And it was not half the distance to the goal, if that's what you're wondering, when the Cavemen got that penalty. So it might have just been a touch, not sure. 34 seconds on the clock. They're going to hand this one off. This one goes to number 2, Zachary Diaz, who gets a solid gain on the play, about 5 yards. It's going to make it 2nd and 5. 16 seconds remain here in the first quarter. We'll see if the Wildcats get a playoff or if they're just going to let the clock wind down.
Looks
I think
like
they are going to just let this one go. So they'll use this time to regroup, essentially use it as a timeout as they switch sides for the second quarter. Folks, we're going to be right back here in just a minute. Stick around. We got more for you here on Carlsbad Radio.
Turn the light. Love you too. You got a light? Mike, you got a light? Yeah. You can put it here if you want. You're good. No. right. Look at it every now and then. 5 seconds. Oh.
Hey folks, welcome back right here on 96.3 FM KAMQ. I'm Trey Gonzalez here with Ruben Gonzalez. We are alongside Carlsbad Radio and All Sports Best. Mikey Brunell on the broadcasting production tonight. And we want to give a big thanks to our sponsors, Forest Tire, Tate Branch Autoplex, and BES Supply, helping us out, making sure that this is brought to you for free on the radio and on stream on YouTube as well. So 12 minutes on the clock. We start the second quarter here as the Cavemen lead 3-0 over the Lovington Wildcats in Lovington. Here's the keeper for number 14. He's got lots of speed. He makes it all the way to the 10-yard line. That's Jaden Geddes, who came in and ran a Wildcat play. Absolutely speedy for this Lovington offense. So the first play in the second quarter, big gain for the Wildcats, and they're in a great position to score now about the 9-yard line, 1st and goal.
Yeah, the quarterback looked really quick on that play, and he just took off. That guy just shoestring tackled him to stop the touchdown.
11 minutes, 36 seconds. He's going to hold on to it again. They go with the same play. He's going to get about a yard or two on the play. So the secret agent that's coming in at quarterback, number 14, Jaden Gutierrez, caught the Cavemen off guard in the first play. They're used to seeing number 18, Justin Allen, drop back and try and get a pass off before running, but not the case for Gutierrez. He just took off in a dead sprint, and it worked out for the Wildcats. 11 minutes on the clock. We've got 2nd and goal. Again, Gutierrez in at quarterback. He's dropping back. He's going to make a pass over the middle, and it's going to be caught for a touchdown. Lovington strikes with a touchdown first. That's number 9, Elijah Rivero, who makes the play in the end zone. A nice play for the Wildcats. And the second quarter looking great early for the Lovington home team.
Yeah, that looked really, really comfortable and easy for Gutierrez.
It did, and it makes you kind of wonder how number 18 had started this game. You see 14 come in and just be explosive. Might not be his official position, but he's playing like it in, what, 3 plays?
Well,
he's able to score?
I saw on Max Preps where he does quarterback some, but not as often as Allen.
Wow, so here's a extra point. That one goes through, and a little celebration after the fact for Lovington. Little golf swing celebration for the kicker. That's number 10, Caleb Aranda. So tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Dentonwood Funeral Home, Carter's Air Conditioning, and Thunder Run Concrete. Big thanks to our sponsors. But Ruben, 7-3, the Wildcats picked apart the Cavemen defense in that short series in the second quarter. I mean, it really just looked like a brand new ball game for the Wildcats
And
offensively.
a brand new team, yeah.
It did.
Yeah, it's like they turned on a switch or something. They're like, you know what? The Cavemen had possession of the ball almost the entire first quarter. They had the ball almost in their own, scoring every single drive.
Yes.
And they ended up with just 3 points. Well, in one drive, the Lovington Wildcats put it in the end zone in the second quarter.
10 minutes, 49 seconds, plenty of time here in the second quarter for the Cavemen to do some damage and go into the half with it, maybe with their heads up high. But right now, Lovington in the driver's seat, ready to kick things off. Castañeda and Leos in the back, ready to receive. Here comes the kick. It's deep, and it will not be caught. This one will go into the end zone. Cavemen will take over at the 20-yard line. And Leos just let that one go right over his head. It did drop in at about the 3-yard line and then roll out into the end zone.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a planned strategy or what, but I feel like he could have run back and caught it and tried to run that one out. But maybe think, hey, if it's within the 5 yards of the end zone, we might as well just let it go in.
I think it's got to be a decision you make immediately. If you're like, well, not sure, you got a little bit of hesitation, things don't usually work out well.
Yeah.
And so right there, he just decided, not my time. We might see a big-time Evan Leos return coming soon. We'll see. 10 minutes, 49 seconds. Lopez back with Brock Wright. He's going to hand this one. No, he fakes the handoff, gets the pass off. This is going to get completed, and he's going to break the tackle. He's going to get past him. He's at the 50-yard line. He's going to get taken down at the 47-yard line. Great play there by Bobby Castañeda.
Yeah, that was a nice fake because it looked like they were giving it to Wright, and that little screen pass, he juked a few people and got him a good, 30-yard gain?
30-yard gain for Bobby Castañeda. Great pass there by Eloy Lopez. Nice and short and right at him. Another fake handoff. He passes this one. Another completion for the Cavemen. This is going to be a first down and some. About 13 yards on the play there.
That's the first reception for
two,
RJ.
RJ Hernandez. We had talked about his ability to be a super team player on this team. Coach Sanders had mentioned it on the podcast. A great kid, a guy you want on your side, in your corner, and he made a nice play there. 10 minutes, 22 seconds. Here's the fake handoff. Lopez holds on to it. He's going to get about 7 yards on that play. Cavemen rolling right now offensively, but here comes the challenge. Ruben, within the 20-yard line, the Cavemen have struggled to get it across. But with 10 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock here in the first half, the Cavemen are trying to look to get that first touchdown here tonight. 7-3, the Wildcats lead, and the Cavemen are going to take a timeout, guys. We're going to take a quick break and be back here with you shortly. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Southern Tire Mart, Carlsbad Medical Center, and Tate Branch GMC. We'll be right back. Thank you.
I think that's the
Be back. Ooh.
Who's 14?
All right, big pass there right off the bat for the Cavemen. Number 14, Marley Munoz came in at quarterback off of the timeout. Maybe Lopez got banged up when he held on to it and rushed. Right away, the Cavemen pulled the trigger on a passing play for Marley Munoz, a ball that looked pretty good. It was just a bit deep, intended for Castañeda. 9 minutes, 53 seconds, Cavemen down 7-3. It's 3rd and 3. And here's Munoz, hands it off to Wright. Wright is going to get that first down. The trusty source of yards for the Cavemen gets it done. Cavemen going to make it 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. So now officially into that red zone with Marley Munoz behind center, taking snaps. And I can't from our angle see much, but Eloy Lopez does not have his pads on. He took them off, and it looks like he's going to get his arm or his shoulder checked on. Here's Munoz. He's going to roll out to his right. Lots of speed on Munoz, but he drops the ball. A fumble. Looks like it's going to be recovered by Lovington. So they're still kind of waiting to make the signal, but I'm pretty sure it is Lovington ball, and it is going to be Lovington ball. Munoz seemingly fumbled the ball with no contact. Might have been trying to make an adjustment in how he was carrying it and let it go. So a fumble there. Bad timing there for a fumble for the Cavemen. Guess there's never really a good time for a fumble, right?
No. I mean, the only good thing about it is it's at the 20-yard line,
right.
So they've got to go 80 yards, but it also keeps us from scoring the football.
Cavemen still down 7-3 after 3 chances at a touchdown so far. They have come up with just a field goal. Tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by You First Credit Union and Constructors, Inc. Big thanks to all of our sponsors for tonight's game. Here's a handoff there. It's going to go to number 2, Zachary Diaz, and he's going to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd and 10 on the 21-yard line for Lovington. 9 minutes, 3 seconds. Wildcats lead 7-3. Beautiful night for football, Ruben.
Yeah, it is. You can't beat this weather. The last couple of weeks it's been a little bit warm up in the booth, but tonight it's perfect.
So again, back taking snaps is number 18, Justin Allen. Even after seeing how dangerous Jaden Gutierrez is, they put back the original starter. Interesting choice there, but he fakes the handoff, and he's going to keep this one, going to get about 2 yards on the play.
Maybe this guy's more consistent. Maybe the other guy has an NIL deal where he can only take so many snaps, so they gotta use him sparingly.
Could be it. He's got a contract that prevents him from
like Arch Manning.
Right, exactly.
I'm going to sit the first 2 years, and then I'm going to play.
8 minutes, 15 seconds. Cavemen down by 4 here in the first half. 20 seconds on the play clock. Lovington getting to the line. Allen still taking snaps. He's in the shotgun. One back with him. Drops back, looks up. He's going to try and take off. Cavemen swarming, trying to get to him, and Annanins has speed, Ruben.
Yeah,
he
does.
caught him quick, and he gained on him extremely fast, but
I think he just wants us to show that he doesn't just kick. He's just not a kicker.
no, he's doing it all tonight.
Yeah.
On defense and kicking, but Lovington ends up with about a yard gain there, and it's going to be 4th and 6 for the Wildcats. So they're going to punt this one off. We'll see what happens. Bobby Castañeda not back for the Cavemen on this one. They're going to send out number 12, Ty Young, to make the punt return. So I'd love to hear what Coach has to say about it's going to be a fake play here. And they're going to try and make a run at first down, and they are going to get the first down. They went to Jaden Gutierrez, and I don't know if the coaches had seen him being back there, but they did a direct snap, kind of an off-centered snap. And Gutierrez has been tearing up the Cavemen defense.
Yeah, he's gotten a lot of positive yards just in the, 3 plays maybe that he's been out there? Yeah. So, yeah, that was unexpected. and they got a first down on it. So it's back to Allen in the quarterback position.
7 minutes, 41 seconds on the clock as the Wildcats lead 7-3. Wildcats now at the 34-yard line. They hand this one off. Diaz gets tripped up and falls right at the line of scrimmage. It looked like he might have been prepared to take about 4 yards on that play, but he fell early. So we're going to see how the Cavemen respond. The Cavemen defense really going to be, again, put to the test like they were last week, as Lovington starting to show some promise on offense.
Yeah.
Allen back in the quarterback position. Diaz behind him. He's going to do an option, and he's going to actually toss this one up to number 14. No one else than Gutierrez, and he's taking this one all the way to the house. That was about a 65-yard run for the Wildcats as they score touchdown number 2. But Ruben, Jaden Gutierrez is the cheat code tonight.
Yeah, for sure. He's got a lot of speed, and yeah, he's been tearing the Cavemen up. That's 4 plays and a lot of yardage for Gutierrez.
So now 6 minutes and 51 seconds remain here in the first half, but the Wildcats put up 13 points now to the Cavemen's 3. Both teams have had opportunities to score. Lovington's just been more efficient when it counts, at least so far. Here comes the kick, and this extra point is good. 14-3 as the Cavemen get prepared to receive the ball. They've got to score a touchdown before the half, Ruben. It will be hard to win this ball game with no more scores here in the first half. Folks, we'll be right back here in just a moment. This break brought to you by Desert Hill Electric and XL Energy. Stick around. We'll be right back. All right, folks, Lovington preparing to kick off after another touchdown. Steven Lades, I'm sorry, wrong name. Caleb Aranda kicks this one. And number 4, Evan Leos, is going to get some room. He might be taking this one to the house. One more block, and he's still up on his feet. Ladies and gentlemen, a kick return for a TD. The Cavemen score immediately. A special teams dream from Evan Leos. And Ruben, did we call it earlier? He let the one go last time. He said maybe he's got something in store for us. Big time run there.
Yeah. Maybe he was just trying to throw him off by going, you know what, we're just going to let it go in the end zone. And yeah, he got some good blocks and
he did.
Got some breakaway speed too. He got by a few guys and took off. That was a nice run back.
So great
That's
job
just what we
there
needed
by Evan Leos. He really turned on the gas, and 6 minutes and 33 seconds left here in the first half. The Cavemen have their first touchdown of the game. It's now 14-9. Annanins getting set to kick things, hopefully between the uprights. And referees getting things set for the extra point. Huge play there, kind of a deflator of the Lovington excitement from that last play, but here's a kick, and that one is going to be good. Lennon Annanens has plenty of leg for those types of things. I think he kicked that one 45 yards.
Yeah, he kicked it pretty solid.
He put it out there, that's for sure. But 6 minutes, 33 seconds, the Cavemen down by 4, 14-10, as we prepare for the kickoff from the Cavemen. We're going to take a quick break. Folks, stick around. We got more for you. This break brought to you by Steel Depot, Energy Pros, Carlsbad Chevrolet, and Keystone Pump and Supply.
Like a 3-yard line? Oh, no, please do. Good. Done there for I was about to until they ran that.
5 seconds.
I was like, oh, no, not again.
All right, folks, Cavemen getting ready to kick things off after their first touchdown of the night. We said last year was a shootout. It was 47-44. The Lovington Wildcats defeated the Cavemen at home, but the Cavemen trying to look to turn that around here this year. It's 14-10 Lovington leads, but now the offenses are both kind of picking things up. Jaden Guiteres has been the star for Lovington without a doubt offensively, and the Cavemen have really used all their weapons so far, but Evan Leos just needed one return on the night to get 6 on the board. Great job by him, and a real nice change of pace here for the Cavemen offense.
Yeah, that was nice change of pace. Lennon Annan just kicked one into the end zone for a touchback. Keeps them from worrying about running something back to match us. So
Exactly.
that works out. Put them on the 20-yard line and let our defense go to work.
And I definitely said he turned things around for the Cavemen offense. That's the Cavemen special teams. Offense didn't touch the field on that series or didn't have a series. Leos just took care of it all on his own. Great job there. And like you said, I think one of the most impressive things they'll see in the film room is going to be look at all those great nice blocks.
Yeah.
Here's Allen trying to pass this one. Almost gets that one intercepted by Drake Escamilla.
Yeah.
He dove for that one. It was short, but had he aired that one just a bit more, Caveman would have been in a great position to score yet again. So it is 2nd and 10 on the 20-yard line. 25 seconds here on the play clock. 6 minutes, 29 seconds left in the first half. The Wildcats lead by 4. And Ruben, I don't know, we haven't seen the landscape of the kicking game throughout the state, but Annanens has to be up there. Here's a rushing attempt from Lovington, and they're going to get about a yard gain there. So 3rd and 9 for the Wildcats. But I say that because the Cavemen really trust him to put points on the board pretty much any time that he's needed. They don't really second guess it.
Yes, and it looks like their secret weapon is back there now, so we definitely got to key in on number 14, Gutierrez. I know that they know where he's at now.
No, 100%. It looks like he's going to try and get ready to pass the ball because he took his receiver glove off on his right hand and rubbed his hand on the turf to try and dry it out. 4 seconds on the play clock. He takes the snap. He's back in the pocket. He's going to roll out here, and he's going to get hit, but still getting yards.
Yeah, he got hit
after
from behind.
Contact, and it looks like that one is going to be good enough for a first down. So no one else but Jaden Guiteres of this Lovington offense, of course, on that play. They said, we need yards. We know who to call.
Yeah, I think they would have stopped him had he not been behind him, because when he went to tackle him, he pushed him forward about 2 more yards, and that gave him the first down.
Very speedy, very athletic is number 14, Guiteres, and he hands this ball off to Diaz as he gets about 6 yards on that play. Nice gain on back-to-back plays for Lovington High.
I feel like that Gutierrez just makes their offense a lot more productive, because Diaz wasn't doing nothing in the backfield. They would stop him right away, but I think now that with that weapon back there, you're thinking we can't let him beat us every single time.
Right.
So they go to stop him, and then he options off.
4 minutes, 45 seconds on the clock, 20 seconds on the play clock. There have been a limited amount of hands touching the ball offensively for Lovington. They try to do a hard count there to get the Cavemen off sides. They go to the film room on this one. Cavemen are going to be proud of their defensive line for holding back. And here's a pass. They're going to air this one out. This one is caught, and it might be a touchdown. They try to trip him up. No, he's going to get into the end zone. Deep pass there, and how do you even think about putting anybody in at quarterback but Jaden Gutierrez right now?
He's doing everything right. He led him just right, and it looked like Ty Young was on the defense, and he tried to stop him but just couldn't. And
couldn't get there. That was to number 3, Alejandro Kane. Made a big play, and in stride, that was a perfect spiral right into the hands, put it into the basket. 4 minutes, 16 seconds left on the clock, and the Wildcats double the Cavemen score. It's 20-10 here with just about 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. They're set for their extra point. The snap, the kick is off, and it is good. 21-10. Wildcats continue to be explosive offensively. It has been impressive here as of lately, but nobody has done tonight on either side what Jaden Gutierrez has done.
When I saw they had 49 points last week, and they had 0 in the first quarter, I thought, you know what, our defense is just shutting them down. And look at the difference, 21 points in the second quarter, and, man, that's a completely different ball team.
I'll be honest, I thought you were saying they had 0 in the first quarter when they scored 49, but you were talking about tonight.
Oh, no, I'm talking about tonight, yeah.
No, that is, I mean, right now they, of course, you talk about paces. These are never as they are supposed to go in terms of pace, but they're on pace to score more than 40 points tonight. That's another big offensive game if the Cavemen aren't able to get a stop on Jaden Gutierrez.
Yeah, they're going to have to figure something out, but we're going to have to get a good field position and get in the end zone before the half just to keep it close.
21-10, Lovington with a big touchdown. Tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Tate Branch Autoplex, Capitan Energy, Balderrama Law Firm, and True Blue Services. Lovington back to kick this one off. 4 minutes, 16 seconds on the clock. Cavemen still with plenty of time to score. Here comes a kick. This one is a short one. This one's caught by Ty Young. He's got speed, but he gets stopped. Oh, my goodness. He breaks away after contact. He did a spin move, and there's another touchdown for the Cavemen. Yes.
I don't see any flags.
He gets in. No flags on the play, and that is an incredible special teams performance by the Cavemen. Back-to-back touchdowns on special teams, back-to-back touchdowns on kickoffs, and Coach Millar has to be excited as heck on that sideline.
Well, what was so impressive on that one was they did a little pooch kick to keep from getting it to Evan Leos, and the guy in the middle, Ty Young, just said, you know what, boom, and he got hit and stopped, and then he just took off again. So I guess they have to make sure and wrap him up good because that was a great run back.
They might have to just – can you do, like in baseball, when you do the intentional walk, you just give a
Put
4?
It at the 20.
Just say, hey, we just want to set it here. Can we set it there? Right now, the Cavemen on fire on special teams. Looks like it's going to be an injury timeout for Lovington, and we're going to take a break and be right back, folks. This break brought to you by Keystone Pump and Supply, Carlsbad Ford, Domino's Pizza, and Eddie Federal Credit Union. Thank you. All right, so both teams back out on the field. Looks like there's an injury on number 4, Carter Moore from Lovington. We hope he's okay. He's walking off with the help of his trainers, so that's a good sign. 4 minutes, 3 seconds, And Annanins for the extra point. Here comes the snap. It's just kicked in time. He almost gets blocked, but it is good. So it will make it 21-17.
I feel like they were offsides. It's like they came in and then the snap came late. I don't know
Like
what
he
happened.
was a little bit early, I agree. But here at Brian Urlacher Field on the blue turf, the Cavemen lead the Cavemen are down by 4, 21-17. Lovington has been really good offensively. The Cavemen have been extremely exceptional on special teams. And the special teams coach, Charles Millar, definitely excited about what he has seen tonight. I mean, you almost feel like you got to be feeling like a genius when you go home with 2 kickoff returns. When does that happen? You never see it.
Yeah, no, especially like that, where they pooch kicked it to try to keep from getting it to that guy.
Exactly. So tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by True Blue Services, Artesia General Hospital, 4 Elements Oilfield Services, and Eddy County DWI program. There's 4 minutes and 3 seconds on the clock. Before the last kickoff, I had said 4 minutes, 16 seconds remain on the clock. So it took 13 seconds for Ty Young to get hit, spin out of the hit, and take it to the house. And at the very end, the last 5 yards of that run, he kind of slowed down. It looked like he was, I don't know if he was just kind of like trying to figure out what his best move would be, or he just thought he was in, but it worked out.
Yeah, because there was 2 defenders that were trying to
Right
close
there.
in on him. Yeah, and
Yeah.
he was getting close to the end zone. So I thought maybe there was a penalty that he was slowing up because of the penalty, but there wasn't. He just, maybe got a little bit gassed.
4 minutes, 3 seconds. Annanins kicks this off. This one's deep, and it's going definitely to the back of the end zone, folks. We're going to take a quick break as they switch over here tonight in Lovington, New Mexico. Stick around.
You're off.
30 seconds, please. All right, folks, the first play of this drive for the Wildcats is going to be a QB keep. He's going to get about a yard, about half a yard on that play. That one was Guiterres. That's the smallest amount of gain I think we've seen tonight for Guiterres.
Yeah, either he's worn out or we're starting to figure him out. Maybe, cover him a little bit better because, he's pretty explosive.
I don't know if we're getting ahead of ourselves on just one play there. But 3
Yeah,
minutes,
we-
32 seconds.
We might have got too excited on just stopping him for a 1-yard gain.
Cavemen down by 4. Lovington have the ball on the 21-yard line. 8 seconds on the play clock. A receiver in motion. They hand this one off. That one goes to Diaz once again, and he's going to get about a yard gain there. So it is going to be 3rd and 7 for the Wildcats as they try and get out of their own territory. Cavemen with a couple of nice plays there early in this drive.
This is when I feel like they're the most dangerous. You think, okay, we can stop them, stop a 3rd and 6 play, and then all of a sudden, boom.
It lets you get a little bit comfortable. and
Yeah.
You almost feel a little bit Johnny Manziel-ish about Jaden Guiterres. He just kind of comes in, hey, we need a TD, we need a big play.
We need at least a first down. So
He's speedy,
go.
he's got an arm, all of the above. 2 minutes, 32 seconds. Here's the snap, dropping back. Cavemen trying to close in, and they get to him. Cavemen with the stop there. A sack. That play was made by number 33, Isaiah Gayton.
Gaitan. Yeah.
And that's going to force Lovington to punt this one away. They might have to be careful or maybe aim for a sideline the way that the special teams has been absolutely juiced.
Or you've got to really key in on the one that's a kicker, because remember last time they did the fake and went for the first down.
That's true.
So, I mean, I know they're pretty far back in territory right now, but you still got to kind of spy on that guy.
So right now it looks like Lovington taking their Cavemen taking their second timeout to prepare for whatever is to come. Like you said, I think they have to talk about the possibility of a fake here. It would be a very risky play for the Wildcats if they were to get stopped. It's incredible field position and an easy field goal spot for the Cavemen, if nothing else. But they do have a punter back.
And they also have Gutierrez back.
Cavemen send Bobby Gasaneda back. They're going to kick this one or punt this one. Gasaneda catches this one. No fair catch on this one. He's going to get about 10 yards, and he gets hit pretty hard. But he gets taken down at the 41-yard line. A great return. Gasaneda has been really good on special teams as well tonight. The special teams has lit it up for the Cavemen.
Yeah, you just feel like they get more and more confidence every possession on the special team, so that's a good thing.
2 minutes, 9 seconds on the clock. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Stevens Inn, Tate Branch Autoplex, and CNB Bank. I know the Potash Open went on today and is going on tomorrow at both golf courses in Carlsbad. A big event paying tribute to all the people that work potash in Carlsbad. Here's a nice pass over to Brock Wright, and he comes up and knocks a coach down as he stands up.
Was that a coach?
And it looks like, it looks like it was a
lady.
Maybe it was a photographer. Not really sure there, but
yeah.
She's still down. 2 minutes, 3 seconds on the clock. A couple of trainers on the sideline taking a look at her. Might have been a teacher or maybe a photographer. They're helping her up, and she's okay.
About a 4-yard gain.
Looks like it was a coach.
Oh, it was.
2 minutes, 3 seconds. Wright was able to gain about 5 yards on that play. And in at quarterback is Munoz. Munoz holds on to this one. He's going to get a big gain on this. About 20 yards on the play. He takes it over to the 11-yard line.
He looked really good on that one.
He's got great speed, Ruben. Marley Munoz, as long as he's holding on to that football, there's good things happening for the Cavemen.
Yeah, for sure. And we don't know. Maybe Eloy Lopez is still kind of sidelined. We can't see him.
Yeah,
from
you can
this
see
side
him
of the field.
right over here. He doesn't have his pads on
is that him?
anymore. So
yeah.
He's just trying to hopefully recover.
Hopefully he's okay, yeah.
15 seconds. Munoz catches the snap. He's going to take off. He's got some space. He's going to get in about the 3-yard line, giving the Cavemen plenty of opportunities now. 2nd and goal with just about 3 yards to go. Huge play there for Munoz. Munoz listed as a junior, I believe. It's going to be a timeout there for the Wildcats. Munoz, a junior quarterback, making waves here tonight. 1:44 left on the clock. It's timeout Wildcats. We'll be right back here in just a moment. This break brought to you by Capitan Energy, Genesis Endeavors, and La Tienda Thriftway. .30's good. Thank you. A 1:44 left here in the first half. Cavemen have 3 yards to go. Munoz took over at quarterback after the Eloy Lopez injury. And he has looked good on this drive. Couple of good rushing plays. And he gets the snap in the shotgun, hands this one to Brock Wright, and he's going to get it across. No, they're going to stop this one just a bit short. His knee came down
It's
just
gonna
a
be inches,
bit
huh?
short, and they're going to spot this one a yard short.
They
Looked
called
like-
another timeout on the defense,
Okay, so Lovington is going to take a timeout now.
and we're
Try
spotted
and
about.
sort things out. And you want
about
to
a
see
foot.
them hand this one off to Brock Wright so he could get in there. I don't believe he has a touchdown this year so far. He threw for a touchdown against Goddard, but he did not get into the end zone that game, and he has not done it this game either. So can we get a Brock Wright appreciation touchdown? We'll see. Folks, we'll be right back here taking a break for commercials. This break brought to you by Eddy County HR, Triple T's Linings, Devon Energy, and BES Supply Store. $30, please.
Guys should do it on the JV side. Give me something. Film it and just call back numbers.
All right, folks. We're getting ready for the snap. Munoz under center. He hands this one to Brock Wright, and the Brock Wright touchdown ensues. Cavemen now lead 23-21. Brock Wright deserves that touchdown, Ruben. He's put in a lot of yards, a lot of work for this Caveman offense. Now he gets his first touchdown of the year.
Yeah, and the Cavemen take their first lead since first quarter, and they were up 3-0. So that's a good thing.
Lennon Annanen's back to kick this one for the extra point. Here comes the snap. That looks like an offsides, but he gets it kicked, and that's going to go through the uprights.
That was exactly like last time.
It did. That one looked way early, and no call there at all. But luckily for the Cavemen, Annanen's soldiered through it. 1:28 here on the clock as the Cavemen prepare to kick things back off. Cavemen take the lead again, another 3-point lead. Cavemen have to get some little bit of breathing room if they can, maybe in the second half. Folks, we're going to take a break and be right back. This break brought to you by P&R Enterprises, Carlsbad Community Anti-Drug and Gang Coalition, and A.R. Foreman Construction. All right, Ruben, the Cavemen have had their ups and downs through this game. We saw the ups from the special teams, and, of course, this most recent touchdown with Brock Wright. That's the first offensive touchdown that we have had tonight, believe it or not.
Yeah, for them having 24 points, who'd have thought two of the other touchdowns would have been from the special teams?
Exactly. 1:28 on the clock. Folks, you're listening right here on 96.3 FM KAMQ. I'm Trey here with Ruben of All Sports Best alongside Carlsbad Radio. We appreciate you for tuning in, whether you're on stream or on radio. We love to see you supporting the Cavemen. Go and check out All Sports Best on YouTube and hit that subscribe button. We just hit 2,000. We'd love to see more support from you. Here's a kickoff from Lennon Annanens. He puts this one to the back of the end zone.
Almost through the uprights.
Annanens has a boot.
Yeah, he's definitely got a leg.
1:28
You're playing
seconds.
You're playing fantasy football, Trey. Would you pick him
Yeah.
as your kicker?
I think that's an easy pickup if he's available. I mean, he has done well tonight
Pretty solid.
in terms of fantasy points. He has 6 points.
Yeah.
Pretty solid. 3 extra points, 1 field goal, and hopefully plenty more to come. But the Wildcats, no surprise, putting Gutierrez back at quarterback here. And he's going to hold on to this one. He's going to get some yards here, and he gets pulled down,
Ooh.
suplexed
Oh, come on.
by Colton McKibben. You can't pick him up like
Is that what
that
it is?
in high school. They want you to continue to drive him, but McKibben threw him across the field. He has big power, and hey, if nothing else, even though you got a penalty there, definitely a statement was made. Colton McKibben, powerful young man.
Yes, very strong. And, yeah, he picked him up like a wrestling move.
It was.
Threw
It
him
was.
down pretty solid.
That's freestyle wrestling. We interviewed Rosalia Rubio.
Yeah.
And she's a national champion at the JUCO level out of Carlsbad. And that is a move you can use in freestyle wrestling. You cannot use that kind of move in, I guess, the regular style wrestling. And you obviously can't use it in high school football because that is unnecessary roughness, and they gave them 15 yards. A minute 20 on the clock, and the Wildcats now at the 42-yard line. Gutierrez gets the snap. He's going to roll out to his right, trying to find someone to pass it to. He's got some Carlsbad defensive pursuits. He's going to get hit on his way out. And right there, hit by Bobby Castaneda.
Oh, that was Castaneda.
And he hit him right when he was about to go out of bounds. And a flag goes down on that play. I think that's a bad call, Ruben. That one was him forcing him out of bounds. It was not a malicious play. He had not, given up on the play or anything like that. So right there, I think is a detrimental call. I don't think the Cavemen coaching staff should be too happy about that.
Yeah, I don't understand because if he goes to do that and he lays up, then he could just go around him and keep going. You know what I mean? So you got to just force him out of bounds, and he just pushed him hard or hit him hard at going out of bounds. So, yeah, they've gotten 30 yards just on penalties in two plays.
Back-to-back plays, exactly. A minute 9 on the clock. Cavemen lead 24-21. We saw it was a shootout last year. Right now it's on pace for almost the exact same score as last year. It was 47-44. Wow. So Lovington now in a good position here on 1st and 10 on the 35. The Cavemen's 35-yard line, that is. Gutierrez has been extremely effective. He pitches this one off to number 9, Elijah Rivera, and he's pulled down a couple yards short of the line of scrimmage. So with 1 minute remaining here in the second quarter, Lovington takes their final timeout of the half. Folks, we're going to be back here in just a moment. This break brought to you by Intrepid Potash, Wendy's, Western Commerce Bank, and R360 Environmental Solutions. All right, Ruben, going back to that play from McKibben, it is not easy in a game setting to pick a guy up like that. I mean, there's still people around. You think maybe I'm going to get hit in the midst of me trying to grab somebody, but everyone kind of cleared out and let that happen.
Yeah, that was a pretty physical play. I just thought with football, it's not that, but I guess
No, I mean, I agree. But I think they think about the fact that maybe you do something like that and he comes down on his head and he really gets hurt.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I wonder what the rules are on that in college and in pro. I'd imagine that that's maybe an okay thing to do.
You would think so, but I guess we have to look that stuff up to see for sure. But, yeah, remember we saw a couple of helmet-to-helmets when we were watching the Sun Bowl where, and that's dangerous,
That's
especially
dangerous.
at the collegiate and pro level. So definitely don't want that in the game.
So a minute remaining here on the clock in the first half. It's 2nd and 13 for the Wildcats. Here's the snap, and the pass gets over to Rivera. About a 4-yard gain. Gets it back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard beyond, and 55 seconds as he gets out of bounds quickly. Cavemen lead 24-21, but it's 3rd and long for the Wildcats.
So they're going to have to go for the first down. Well, of course, they're in 4th down territory right now. They're going to have to go for the first down, but they're going to do a lot of sideline plays because they can't stop the clock anymore. So any running plays or anything like that, they tackle them. They're going to have to get up and snap it right away just to stop the clock. So
Exactly.
it'll be interesting to see what they call.
Lovington does have some tricks up their sleeve. We've seen a couple tonight.
Got trips on the right.
Gutierrez, I'm sorry. Drops back. He passes this one just a bit out of reach of his wide receiver. That one comes up short. He tried to come back to it, and he slipped. It's now 51 seconds remaining on 4th down. It's 4th and 9. And we'll see if the Wildcats trust in their kicker here. Yes, they do. Send out number 10, Caleb Aranda.
That's a pretty good kick. Let's see. That's the 33-yard line?
That's a 33-yard line.
So that's 50-yard field goal right there. 10-yard end zone and 7 yards back from the line of scrimmage. So
wow. A 50-yard kick. We saw Annanens hit a 43-yarder, I believe, against Artesia. This would be impressive. So we're going to wait the snap. Here's the snap. It was botched, but it's going to be a flag on the play.
Delay of game.
Delay of game for the Wildcats. So that's going to send them back 5 yards. Do they trust a 55-yarder? Looks like they're going to pull him off the field.
Yeah.
They're going to send in their lone soldier in Jaden Gutierrez.
And I feel like on this one, you got to really spy on him because I feel like he's their best offensive weapon in this situation.
49 seconds.
You got 5 receivers spread out.
4th and 14 for this play for the Wildcats. They're trying to do a hard count here to get an offsides call. And they're going to punt this one from the quarterback. So pretty smart play there. And
yeah.
Castaneda is going to get this one and pull it down at the 11-yard line. So Cavemen likely going to let the clock run here after a couple of running plays, but we'll see. Maybe they let Marley Munoz air one out. Just would be risky here at this point of the field for a pick 6. They might try and get a couple of big running plays here before doing anything risky like that. Cavemen do have one timeout remaining in this half. 44 seconds on the clock. So Munoz is back with right. Could imagine that's where the ball will be going. Munoz has got some great speed himself. He drops back. They're going to do a screen play there. Interesting play as Wright is hit immediately as he caught that one. But you would expect the Cavemen to go with the run play there just to be safe.
And here I think they're letting the clock run out with 23 seconds left.
We've seen some interesting, tough plays and rough things go down with this offense. You don't want to risk anything this close to the end zone.
No, and he sent him back for a few yards before the whistle blew. But it looks like now they're just running the clock out before the half.
So 1 second, and that's going to do it right there. 24-21. The Cavemen lead by 3. They started this game out with just a field goal. They were up 3-0 for quite some time. Matter of fact, through the whole first quarter. And then Lovington came out swinging. 21 points in the second quarter. Cavemen came out with their own 21 points in the second quarter. 14 of them from the special teams. All right, folks, we're going to take a break here at the halftime and be right back with you here shortly. This break brought to you by NGL Energy Partners, SB Energy Services, Southeast New Mexico College, and Tate Branch Dodge. Thank you. You can do the halftime. Perfect.
Stephanie. Hey, it's me. I was just, I got my headphones on to pay attention to you when you know what I mean, with what you're doing. Trade, trade Rubiter kind of taking a break. Okay, sounds good. Okay, okay, 30 seconds and then another 5 minute. All right, sounds good. 30 seconds. Copy that. I thought it was 5 minutes. That was fast.
Is it just a quick cut in?
Yeah, 30-second cut in. You can talk less than that if you want.
All right, guys, we're here in Lovington, New Mexico at Brian Urlacher Field. The Cavemen lead 24-21, and they didn't seem to be going for a shootout like we saw last year. It has become that since the second quarter began. Both teams put up 21 points in the second quarter. The Cavemen scored first in the game, just 3 points in the first quarter, and then it has really gone down from there. Big time, for sure. Great game so far. The Cavemen looking to hold on to their lead for the rest of this game. The big keys so far have been the special teams for the Cavemen. 2 touchdowns on 2 kick returns, back-to-back, by the way. I don't know when the last time we've seen that. It has to have been a very long time, if ever, before. And the Lovington secret weapon, Jaden Guterres, he has been putting on a show all night long. He is a one-man show, it seems like. But he's got a little bit of a sidekick in Zachary Diaz. So tonight, folks, the Cavemen looking to improve to 2-1 on the season. A big game here in Lovington. If they can get their feet under them here in the second half, there have been good things happening. Folks, we'll be back here in just a minute. This break brought to you by Pizza Inn, Easy Rentals, Skeen Furniture, and Southeast Ready Mix. I'm Trey here with Ruben in the booth, All Sports Best, alongside producer Mikey Brunell. We'll be right back.
All right, you're off about 5 minutes until the halftime close.
Perfect. All right, folks, for those of you watching on video, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. Go ahead and hit subscribe for Carlsbad Radio and hit subscribe for All Sports Best as well while you're at it here during the halftime. If you want to take a break as well, you can, and head on over to the All Sports Best page for the Coaches Show. We've got this week's Coaches Show for Coach Sanders. We also have a show with Coach Taylor Hardison, the volleyball coach for the Cave Girls there in Carlsbad as well. Plenty of other content, and over the last few weeks, you can check it all out. Hit that subscribe button. It does go a long way. It's free to do. We appreciate it. We'll be right back.
I'm doing sound for halftime.
Thank you all for being tonight's sponsors, and another thank you to Sean Cowan for the flag at the south end of the field. Thank y'all.
Like when he comes with better beard, mustache, full beard. Go team. Fuck nigga. Baby face. There we go.
Good evening, everyone. As we take a moment to enjoy the halftime activities, we want to shift our focus to a very special group of individuals who are with us tonight.
30 seconds.
On Military Appreciation Night,
Halftime show. Halftime no show.
come our veterans.
Hey guys, we're here on 96.3 FM KAMQ. I'm Trey Gonzalez here with Ruben Gonzalez
They make their way.
here in Lovington, New Mexico at the Brian Urlacher Field. The Lovington Wildcats have been putting up a big fight, especially in the second quarter where they scored 21 points. The Cavemen also scored 21 points in the second quarter, and it is 24-21, Cavemen lead. Ruben, what has been the biggest key to the game for the Cavemen so far?
Well, for the Cavemen, obviously it's been special teams. The special teams has put them in the game, has kept them in the game. We started out with a field goal with almost having the ball almost the whole first quarter, and we only had a 3-0 lead. Couldn't get it in the end zone in the red zone, and then we finally let them get, 2 touchdowns?
Yes.
We got 2 touchdowns, then our special team started returning kickoffs, and that's the difference so far.
Difference has definitely been that special teams for the Cavemen. Even on punt returns, the Cavemen have really gone for extra yardage. Bobby Castañeda, Evan Leos, and Ty Young have led the charge
Thank you.
for the special teams,
Dedication.
led by Coach Millar. So a really good effort from the Cavemen, and sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. In this case, they did a little bit of both in the special teams. You have to have vision, you have to have speed, and they also have to have the right holes, and they found them. Lots of great blocking from the Cavemen on special teams tonight.
Yeah, and the only thing that's worrying a little bit is Eloy Lopez being out. He got hurt.
Yeah.
Somehow, I think on a run play,
Look like
maybe on his shoulder, something. I don't know. We could find out probably not till after the game's over. But Marley Munoz has come in and done a good job. You know, he did fumble on one play, but after that, he's been solid running the ball, handing off the ball, passing the ball. You know what I mean? Everything. On all
Muñoz's
aspects.
arm looks really good, too, on a couple of the passes that he's thrown. And just really good, nice, positive things that we've seen from Munoz. And, of course, his speed is very electric as well. A nice asset to have alongside Brock Wright and the receiving corps. So this team might be in good hands with Marley Munoz coming in as the backup quarterback for Lopez. Like you said, Lopez did have his shoulder pads off for the remainder of the second quarter, so hopefully it's just something to let his arm rest maybe,
Cautionary, yeah.
and they can check in on it a little bit longer, a little bit more, and he could be back by next week. I would imagine Munoz stays out there, but we'll see when the Cavemen come out. We'll find out more. Guys, we'll be back here in just a moment. Stick around. This break brought to you by the Laundry Basket, B&B Welding, and XL Energy.
If you need them at the table in front,
It looks like 46 seconds or 36 seconds. I'd say give us about 2.5 minutes. Yes, please. So what's that, 5? Yes. Thank you. All right, folks, here in Lovington at the Brian Urlacher Field, the Cavemen are getting set to kick things off to the Lovington Wildcats. A dangerous offense led by Jaden Gutierrez tonight. We're going to see what the second half has to hold. Both of these teams are on pace to score over 40 points in tonight's game. Will it go down? It's very likely. Last year this was the case, 47-44. Right now, both teams on pace for something similar.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, we're at Brian Urlacher Field in Lovington, New Mexico. I'm going to give you a little history about Brian Urlacher. He played football in high school, of course, here at the Urlacher Field, before it was the Urlacher Field. Then he went on to play 4 years at UNM, where he was an All-American his senior year. Then he went on to play, got drafted number 9 pick in the NFL draft, had a 13-year career with the Chicago Bears. He was Defensive Player of the Year in 2005, Defensive Rookie of the Year 2000, 4-time first-team All-Pro, 8-time Pro Bowl. They retired his number as a Lobo, number 44. So, yeah, this guy's been everything in the NFL. So, yeah, he's a big-time name in New Mexico and in the country of NFL football.
From what I understand, he had a lot of impact beyond that, too. Like, he had some stints with, I believe, like being a personality in football, but also like investments and stuff that center around football too. So he's football through and through. He was, like you said, incredible. And it's named Brian Urlacher Field, I believe, in part because of his contributions to the town, which is huge too. And here's a return opportunity for Lovington. Annanen's kicked it to the 1-yard line. Looks like they're going to get it to the 20, the 30, the 40, and he's going to get pushed out at about the 45-yard line by Bobby Castañeda. Big play there by number 9, Elijah Rivero. He's been a big part of this offense here tonight, but Ruben Lovington's skill position players limited tonight. Zachary Diaz, Elijah Rivero, Jaden Gutierrez, and Justin Allen have really been the main guys to make any plays tonight. Alejandro came also in that list, but that's about it. Cavemen have spread it around with a lot more names than that, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of deal.
And it looks like, is that Justin Allen back in there?
Looks like it. Yes, it is. Number 18 back in the game. He hands the ball off to Diaz, and Diaz for 3 yards. So we're kicking off the second half with Lovington on offense. And Ruben, $1 popcorn at the concession stand. You don't really see that anymore.
No, that's definitely a $2 to $3 bag just about anywhere you go.
Yeah.
So yeah,
pretty interesting there. So that's a nice little thing to get out here in Lovington. But Lovington taking their time to get to the line here. They've got 10 seconds left on the play clock, and here they are. Still waiting for the snap. 4 seconds left. They get it in the pocket. He drops back to pass, puts this one out deep, and a good defensive play by number 13, Rio Sanchez, the veteran on this Caveman defense, smothering the wide receiver, number 8, Joaquin Vasquez. That would have been his first touch of the game, I believe.
Yeah.
Go!
10 minutes, 56 seconds here in the third quarter. Third down, 7 to go for the Wildcats. But, Ruben, going back to the Brian Urlacher bit, I think it's huge to see the contributions that he put back into the stadium and into this city.
Yeah.
Small city. They love and need a guy like that to do something big for them if possible. Here's a flag on this play on the snap. It looks like it is going to be a false start on the Wildcats. But, Ruben, we've seen some guys come out of Carlsbad. We got Trevor Rogers, very possibly the best pitcher in the nation right now, best pitcher in the world.
Definitely the
As
best pitcher in
wild as that-
MLB.
Yes.
And he's just killing it, and it's awesome to hear.
Wow. So
See.
just a hot streak. He went on. I was looking it up on Sports Illustrated. He did an interview. He said that he did 2 things. Number 1, he went to a program in Driveline, and number 2, he fixed a couple of mechanical bad habits that he had, and that's all he needed. It's insane to hear about it. 10 minutes, 55 seconds. Allen drops back. He's going to try and scramble out of the pocket. He gets a pass off, and that one is going to be a first down, about a 12-yard pass after the false start. The Wildcats get a little bit of space, I guess, and make it work. Allen threw that ball on the run.
Yeah, he was patient back there, looking for the open receiver, and he found him and made a nice play on it for a first down. Then he comes over to the sideline to bring in the backup quarterback, or the other quarterback. I can't even say backup quarterback, Jaden Gutierrez.
10 minutes, 27 seconds. With 11 seconds on the play clock there, they get the snap off. Gutierrez back at quarterback, and he passes this one to number 9, Elijah Rivero. And he was hit pretty hard there by Ty Young. Both of them really went at it on that play. And Young doing some high stepping back there.
Yeah, maybe he got shaken up a little bit on the play because he stayed down for a little while.
Right.
Either that or he was just waiting for somebody to help him up.
Yeah, and he's really stomping on that right leg, like trying to kind of work something out. An interesting way to do it. I feel like that would hurt it more. But 9 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock. 24-21, Cavemen lead. Here's a pitch back, and this is going to be a nice stop by the Cavemen offense, about a yard or so short.
Then a flag on the
play. That was a pitch to
Flag down.
number 2, Zachary Diaz, but like you said, flag on the play. We're going to see what the call is here. Waiting the call. It looks like they are going to.
Yep, holding.
Yep, holding on the offense. Going to bring that one back about 5 yards.
I want to say that's a 15-yard variety.
Holding?
Yes.
10-yard penalty. There we go.
Split the difference, sort of.
Yeah, there we go. 9 minutes, 31 seconds. 24-21. Cavemen trying to hold on to that lead. Lovington trying to take it back.
Nine minutes and 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Got 3 receivers on the right and 2 on the left, so this is probably a pass play.
Gutierrez gets one off to number 6, Chase Terrell, and he gets a couple of yards on that play. It's going to make it 3rd and 12. So it is going to be a long play here for the Wildcats. They've been pretty good at it, making things happen with some of these longer plays, but it is hard to put your back up against the wall and do that all night long as well.
Yeah.
Especially against this Caveman defense.
Yeah, it does put pressure on that defense too with those options.
So Allen's back in. He drops back and passes this one. Young's on the play right away, and wide receiver drops it.
It looks like he had it in his grasp, and then he got hit right away. Yeah, didn't have a chance to really pull it in.
That one was intended for Joaquin Vasquez, number 8, senior for the Wildcats, and that's going to make it 4th and long. So the Wildcats will be punting this one off.
I feel like the coaches or somebody heard us. Remember we said it was like 4 guys do it. Now we're getting all these extra receivers' names, Terrell and Joaquin and all them.
Exactly.
Spreading it around.
8 minutes, 52 seconds. The Cavemen lead by 3. Here's the punt attempt. This one gets off successfully. This is going to come down at about the 22-yard line.
That's going to be a penalty.
And look like a block in the back from number 13 of the Cavemen, Shooter Burns.
There's a flag down.
And he got a flag on that play.
Yeah, that was unnecessary, especially when the ball was just going to go out of bounds right there. So it's going, what, half the distance of the goal probably?
Yeah, that's going to go back a few yards. Nothing too crazy. It was a really good punt from Lovington to pin the Cavemen at around the 13-yard line, but this penalty will set him back about 7 yards. 24-21 here in Lovington. Still a beautiful night, 68 degrees. Really no wind blowing in any direction right now. It's just a nice, calm 68-degree night.
Yeah, they've got a huge flag, but it's, it's straight down. It's not moving hardly at all.
Well, I'm going off the smaller flag so you can know a real thing, but it is Military Appreciation Night. They did honor some military veterans at the half, so that is really cool. Always supporting that, that's for sure. So pinned back on the 5-yard line, Cavemen. Marley passes it off to Castañeda. Castañeda gets stopped and pushed out of bounds. They're going to probably put this one at about the 5-6 yard line. And it is going to be on the 6-yard line. Looks like number 9 from Lovington, Elijah Rivero, getting hurt on that play. He's going to come off. Lovington has a lot of players that play both sides. One of those players is their star, Jaden Guterres. But there is a lot more than that do that all night long. And that is tough to do.
Oh, yeah.
It can wear you out for sure.
You got to be in great shape.
The Cavemen do experiment with that. You see Bobby Castañeda playing both sides and sometimes, but he does not do it full time.
Yeah.
8 minutes, 28 seconds. Carlsbad right on the heels, or have their own end zone on their heels. Munoz gets the snap. He hands this one to Brock Wright. Wright is going to get about 4 yards, 3 yards on that play. And he's still up. He walked out of that pile up like nothing happened. 7 minutes, 59 seconds. Wright is a two-sport athlete. Last year he played baseball as well. Munoz, love to hear a little bit more about him. We know Lopez played baseball as well.
Big third down play.
Awaiting the snap, like you said, it is 3rd and 7 here. Munoz escapes a sack, and he's going to run for a possible first down. It looks like he hits a guy, knocks him down.
He's going to be real close.
He gets about 5 yards on that play. He's going to come up about a yard short.
Yeah.
So the Cavemen likely to punt here.
Great effort,
play
though.
there, yes.
Heck, he was almost sacked in the end zone right there.
I thought that was going to be the case, and able to run out. He's got really good speed. He's quick.
They're going for it.
And he's fast.
Or either that, they're going for a hard count.
So Munoz trying to get the offsides call here. Lovington on their heels, and the Cavemen decide to call a timeout, and they're going to get ready for a punt now. Great stop there from Lovington. Huge plays for this Lovington defense on that drive right there, or that drive attempt. 24-21 on this timeout. We'll be right back. This break brought to you by Forest Tire, Tate Branch Autoplex, and BES Supply. All right, guys, 6 minutes, 51 seconds here in the third quarter remain, but the Cavemen are going to have to punt things back over to the Wildcats. So it was a really good attempt to get the first down by Marley Munoz, but he came up short. Here's the punt from the Cavemen. And this one got a solid bounce, and it's going to put the Lovington offense on the 49-yard line. So just past the halfway mark. And Lovington not in a bad spot to start this drive. We've seen them make some huge plays, both on the ground and in the air. So we'll see how they approach this drive. Ruben, 6 minutes, 48 seconds left here in the third quarter. This Lovington offense can just score in a second.
Oh, yeah, from being 3-0 in the first quarter to 24-21 at the half, it's been a explosive second quarter, but in the third quarter it's kind of mellowed out a little bit. So we just don't know when either team is just going to strike. So we'll see what the defense has in store this time.
All right, so Gutierrez back in, and he hands this one off to Diaz. Diaz has not been as effective here in the second half so far. He has been getting stopped on most of his runs right there. Somehow spotted for about a 2-yard gain. Okay, they're going to move this one back. About a yard gain there.
Yeah.
For Diaz. But looking through their stats this year so far, Diaz has 165 yards rushing. The next best rushing total came from Allen with 62 yards, followed by Gutierrez with 57, and that definitely flipped tonight after Jaden Gutierrez has used his legs to be effective. But right there, he holds on to it in an option play, and the Cavemen get him down at a little bit behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to lose a yard there. It's going to make it 3rd and 10 for Lovington, and this Carlsbad defense trying to really hit him in the mouth early in the third quarter.
Yeah, they're definitely going to try to get the ball back without them even getting a first down. So we'll see what happens. 3rd and 10 right here.
So according to Max Preps, the passing offense for the Wildcats, Gutierrez has thrown for 6 yards coming into tonight's game. Allen thrown for 303 yards. But here's a pass by Gutierrez, almost intercepted by number 37 of the Cavemen. Number 37 listed as Connor Roberson, and he had a beat on that throw for sure, and he just didn't come down with it there.
I think he would have had to turn just a little bit sooner to see the ball that was right there. He was playing great defense, though, just staying right there with his man.
Connor Roberson, a solid baseball player this year. He was on varsity, hit a couple of bombs, and we started to hear a little bit about Connor Roberson, the baseball part of things, now here making an impact on the varsity football team. Here's the kickoff, the punt. This one with a choppy bounce that went out of bounds at right around the 16-yard line. They spot it at the 17, so Cavemen grab a yard there.
That's about the same place as the last time, except the penalty pushed him back.
5 minutes, 6 seconds here as the Cavemen take over at the 17-yard line.
Yeah, so we were talking about Brian Urlacher. Well, his son, Kennedy Lee Urlacher, plays at USC and last year played at Notre Dame. He's a safety, so he's not as big. He's like 5'11", maybe 194. I think Brian Urlacher was like 6'4", 240 pounds. So, yeah, a little bit different in size, but still sounds like a solid college football player.
Those are two programs that aren't bad.
No, for sure.
All right, so Marley Munoz back in the shotgun. He hands it off to Wright. Wright gets right into contact, and he's still up, but he's going to come down at about a 3-yard gain. Not a bad short run there for Wright. Lots of contact to work through. 4 minutes, 44 seconds. Cavemen lead by 3. Trying to improve on that score. Try and separate themselves a little bit from the 5A Lovington Wildcats. Munoz gets the snap. He hands it off to Wright. Wright with about 5 yards on that carry. It's going to make it 3rd and short. Looks like 3rd and 1.
Very short, yeah. Yeah, it looked like there he was either losing the ball or they were trying to strip him of the ball because it was kind of coming down, but he held on because got a pretty strong grip, I'm sure.
Lovington crowd came out pretty decent after the, first part of the game.
Yeah.
Really kind of started to fill up. Not a bad crowd here tonight. They hand this off to Brock Wright, and it was the right choice. That's a first down for the Cavemen. They're going to be spotted at about the 30-yard line here. But pretty good atmosphere here in Lovington at the Brian Urlacher Field. It feels like after you look at the football field, wide open spaces, like we're just in the middle of nowhere because it just blacks out beyond the game lights. So the Friday night lights shine bright in Lovington.
Yeah, it's cool. And the lights aren't really big, but they are bright.
Very effective.
Very good.
3 minutes, 27 seconds. The snap.
Oh,
The shotgun. It looks like Brock
Lost
Wright
it.
dropped
Yep,
the
they got
ball. It got stripped, I believe.
Yep, that's what happened.
That's a fumble on the play. And that's going to be a big punch
turnover.
to the Cavemen right there, as it's going to be Lovington ball on the 27-yard line. Great field position for the Wildcats, who are trying to come back from a 3-point deficit right now in a really good position to do so.
Yeah, the defense is definitely going to have to step it up right here to try to keep them out of the end zone or keep them from getting behind, because the kicker for Lovington has a big leg as well, just like Lennon. So it looks like Justin Allen's back in the quarterback position.
So Justin Allen in the backfield with Zachary Diaz. Two receivers on the right, one on the left. Receiver in motion, that's Guiteres, and they're going to throw a flag on this play.
I want to say they hiked it when he was
it looks like it is a
turning upfield.
timeout for Lovington. Don't know what the flag is there. Maybe, that was going to be a delay of game, but they're going to favor Lovington on the timeout. So it's going to take a quick break now. This break brought to you by Denwood Funeral Home, Carter's Air Conditioning, Thunder Run Concrete, Albertsons Market.
Defense.
3 minutes, 17 seconds here in the third quarter remain. Defense going to be put back in and put to the test as Lovington has the ball. 1st and 10 on the 27-yard line. Justin Allen playing the quarterback position now. The Lovington Wildcats have traded off between Allen and Guiteres tonight, but they have never taken Guiteres out of the game. He's now in motion to the left, and they're going to give this one a nice pass to Zachary Diaz as he's taken down, but not before a nice 4-yard gain there for Diaz. 3 minutes on the clock as the Wildcats trail by 3. But offensively have been pretty sharp tonight. Ruben, the Lovington Wildcats have not turned the ball over on a fumble or a like an interception or anything like that. They've turned over on downs. But they have taken good care of the football.
Yeah, they have. They've been solid with that.
So Allen fakes the handoff. He's holding on to this one. He gets taken down. Gets about a 4-yard gain. It's going to make it 3rd and 4 for the Wildcats. Looks like another injury here.
Might
this
be a
one
cramp
for the Cavemen. So we're going to see who this is. They send out Luke and Derek of the training staff for the Cavemen. Carlsbad Cavemen coaches rocking all black tonight. No blue. 2 minutes, 27 seconds on this injury timeout. We'll be right back. This break brought to you by Still Depot, Energy Pros, Carlsbad Chevrolet, and Kaleidoscopes. Thank you. Well, guys, if you're listening on the broadcast, or I'm sorry, on the stream, we appreciate you. Welcome back here on Carlsbad Radio, 96.3 FM, KAMQ. Cavemen taking on the Lovington Wildcats on the road. The defense for the Cavemen has looked pretty good off and on. They did not allow any points in the first quarter. They allowed 21, though, in the second quarter, and have held the Lovington Wildcats scoreless thus far in the third quarter. So an up-and-down game. It looks like Ty Young with an injury, a lower extremity injury, as he gets helped off the field by Luke and Derek of the training staff. And it might be cramps. It looks like they're stretching out his legs, so it very likely is a cramp. I don't believe they would stretch him out if it was a pulled muscle or a strain. So here is Allen once again playing quarterback. He drops back, wide open pass across the middle for Jaden Gutierrez for a touchdown, the fourth touchdown of the night for the Wildcats, and that ball was put in the hands of Gutierrez perfectly, in stride, spiral. Couldn't ask for a better pass if you're a Lovington coach.
Oh, yeah, and that's a guy that's tough to guard, I'm sure, because he's got a lot of speed and not very tall, but, man, he's got good hands, looks like.
2 minutes, 9 seconds. Wildcats now lead 27-24. And they're getting ready for that extra point to hold for the Wildcats. Receiver Rivero. He puts it down. The kick is off by Aranda, and it is good. 28-24. Wildcats lead by 4 here late in the third quarter. Just 2 minutes and 9 seconds left. I thought we might see a scoreless third quarter by the Cavemen defense, but Lovington busted out a beautiful passing play there. And when Justin Allen's able to get a pass off, he hasn't been able to get a ton off tonight, but when he does, it is pretty nice when he gets that spiral off.
Yeah, that's for sure. That turnover hurt the Cavemen and gave Lovington good field position. So, yeah, that turnover turned into 6 points, or 7 actually.
2 minutes, 9 seconds on the clock as the Cavemen prepare to return this one. Lovington definitely going to be second-guessing their decision, whatever it might be here. Unless they're able to put this one in the end zone, Cavemen could do some damage. That has been their strong suit tonight. They have scored more on special teams tonight than they have scored offensively. So Aranda back to kick this one off for the Wildcats.
He's got a pretty big leg as well. We've seen him kick it into the end zone as well.
Yes, he's definitely capable of that. So again, Aranda has gotten quite the experience tonight kicking the football. Here's a deep one here. Looks like they are going to catch this one at about the 3-yard line. Leos going to take it straight at him. He's going to get to the 25-yard line. Not a bad return, a little 5-yard bonus, but Lovington had tracked him in pretty quickly. They were not going to let that happen for the second time tonight by Leos, at least so far. 1:55 here on the clock as the Cavemen have the ball at the 25-yard line on a 1st and 10 opportunity. And Cavemen just kind of huddling around talking. And that is surprising. We hadn't seen them take a timeout or anything. A lot of downtime there after the ball was spotted and chains were ready to go. Cavemen now getting out to the line of scrimmage. It's 14 seconds left on the play clock. No sense of urgency here. 10 seconds left. Still waiting on some guys to get set. 5 seconds. Cavemen finally set. 3 seconds on the play clock. Will they get this play off? No. It's going to be a delay of game there as the Cavemen take their time to get to the line of scrimmage. So that's going to be a 5-yard loss for the Cavemen just from simple neglect, it looks like. Ruben, what'd you see on that play right there? Just Cavemen kind of unaware?
Yeah, well, I think from their huddle being way over there on the side, it just took them a long time to get set and ready to go.
All right, Munoz gets the snap, fakes the handoff to right. He rolls out to his left. Nice pass. He gets this one off to Braden Flores, who gets the first down. Nice little 11-yard pass.
Yeah, it was nice.
Flores has been a nice little secret weapon. The Cavemen busted out last week against the Goddard Rockets. He was able to get a big, I think, 35-yard gain on a nice pass play last week, and right there he's able to get 11 yards on his first reception of the night. 1 minute, 36 seconds here in the third quarter. Munoz passes this one to right, out to the left, and he's able to get quite a bit of yards there. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds, though, 9 yards in, so not a bad little consolation prize for the Cavemen, a 9-yard gain on that pass, and Munoz looking pretty comfortable.
Yeah, I think they're working him in, getting his feet wet on the pass plays, and of course it's always solid to throw one to Brock Wright because he's out of the backfield and he's going to be a guy that's going to get plus yards after the catch.
100%. Minute 27 here in the third quarter. Munoz fakes the handoff. He's going to hold on to this one, and he's going to get an easy first down, about 6 yards on the play. Munoz can use his legs very effectively.
Yeah, and I haven't been able to see Lopez if he's got the pads off or where he's at. We saw his black undershirt in the end of the first half, but I haven't seen him over there. So
hard to spot him across the field from where we're at here up in the booth, but we'll keep an eye out for sure. Munoz gets the snap, hands it off to Wright. Wright's got some room, and he's going to get about 8 yards on
almost
this
got
play.
a first down.
We'll see. They spot him about 8.5 yards.
Yeah,
Brock Wright having himself another game, just the standard that he sets for this team. You know,
if
a
you can
good
average,
game.
if you can average 100 yards a game, that's a solid effort every single time, especially when they know you're going to get the ball
Every single time, yes.
15 or 20 times a game, easy.
37 seconds on the clock. And the Cavemen letting that clock wind down on the play clock again. 8 seconds remain. Here's the snap, and Marley fakes the handoff. Munoz still on his feet. He's going to get the first down and plenty more.
That was a Brock Wright type run right there.
It was. He's got a little bit of power
Yeah,
to him as
little
well.
solidness in it.
Starting to show, and he gets about 12 yards on that run. 1st and 10. This is going to be on the 30-yard line for the Cavemen. They are marching well, and they're going to let this clock run out here in the third quarter. So throw up the fours. It is time for the final quarter of the game. The Wildcats lead 28-24. We'll be back here in just a moment, folks. This break brought to you by Stevens Inn, Tate Branch Autoplex, CNB Bank, Constructors, Inc. Two commercials, please. All right, guys, we're back. Let's kick off the fourth quarter here in Lovington at Ryan Urlacher Field. You guys are listening on the stream. Here comes the play. That one went to number 2, R.J. Hernandez. And Ruben, what'd you see on that play?
Well, it was just a little screen pass off to the side, but I feel like it it was almost a good thing he didn't catch it because he was in open field and he was going to get hit right away. He had two guys right there on him. So
Looked like he got dinged up a little bit in some way, maybe jammed his finger. He was pulling on it a bit there when he was getting to the line. Here's the handoff to Brock Wright. He gets met at the line of scrimmage. He's going to shove his way through another 2 yards. So 2-yard gain there. It's going to make it 3rd and 8.
yeah, we're definitely going to have to try to get a first down here. We don't want to. I think we're close to field goal range right there. What do you think? Get us to 25. That'd be a 35, 42 yard. I think that's definitely in Annen's range, but they're taking a long time right now. They may have to call a timeout.
They have been having a hard time with time management over the course of the last couple of series. Here comes the snap, and Munoz gets it. He rolls out to his right, a rocket trying to target R.J. Hernandez, but it comes up about, I don't know, 7 feet to his right. Really couldn't get to it. To his left, I'm sorry. Couldn't get to it. 11 minutes, 4 seconds on the clock. We'll see if the Cavemen decide to go with Annen's here. Like you said, it is within his range. It's still going to be a tough kick to make. We might see the Cavemen go for it here, and it looks like they are. They're sending out Munoz once again. Ruben, he's looked good. He's been impressive to me tonight.
I think
his legs, his arm, all looking good.
Running the. I think either he hands off or he runs the football right here. So we're gonna see. Ooh,
looks like he gets pulled down. He's getting tossed around, and he's gonna get sacked on that play. It's gonna be a turnover on downs. Lovington taking over at the 35-yard line. Unfortunately for Munoz, he couldn't get out.
It looks like Coach Sanders is over there giving him the face mask sign, like he got face mask, but we couldn't tell from up here. But he was pretty upset and right there in the middle of the field trying to show the referees, hey, you got to pay attention to that.
Well, and that's something that you really have to key in on because that can get somebody really hurt. You want to eliminate that as much as you can from the game, of course. 10 minutes, 56 seconds here remain in the fourth quarter as the Wildcats try and tack it on a bit. It's 28-24, Wildcats lead. Good vibe here tonight in Lovington. Great weather, great sounds, and great view here. Allen gets the pass off. This one gets over to Jaden Gutierrez. He's taken down right away by number 37, Connor Roberson. But that's going to be a 5-yard gain there. Going to put him at the 40-yard line. 10 minutes, 36 seconds. Wildcats 28. Cavemen 24. I always wonder what the scores were with Brian Urlacher as the Lovington Wildcats back then took on the Cavemen.
We'd have to look that up.
He played wide receiver, I believe, and defense for the Wildcats. Here's the handoff here to Diaz. Diaz found a hole, and he's able to get to the first down. Ooh, they're going to spot him short a yard. Wow. Ruben, what'd you see on that one? Seemed like they spotted him short.
Yeah, they did spot him short. I thought he made it all the way to the 45 where the first down marker, but I don't know. 3rd and 1 is not a bad play either.
No.
Because you're right there, but Cavemen can make a big stop here. They could force a decision for sure for Lovington.
9 minutes, 40 seconds. Wildcats still huddled up. 16 seconds left on the play clock. Approaching the line there. They've got 10 seconds on the play clock. Up by 4. Here's the snap to Justin Allen. They hand it off to Zachary Diaz, but whistle is blown, so they stop the play here.
Might have been some movement.
I didn't see the flag that went down, but it's going to be a 5-yard penalty on the Lovington Wildcats. Apparently a false start, and it's going to make it a much tougher play for the Wildcats. 3rd and 6 now. $28-24.
This defense has got a big play right here in front of them.
Justin Allen in the shotgun with Diaz next to him. He fakes the handoff, throws a screen pass, and this one is going to be a first down, possibly. We'll see where they spot it. And they're going to put this one down at, yeah, that's going to make it. Right, just as close as you can be right there. Just enough for the first down. No need to measure it. Let's move the chains.
Yeah, the referee's
I don't think
like,
that's very – I think it's pretty obvious that's a first down there. So Lovington with the first down. A nice play there. So look like Cavemen defense trying to – or Cavemen defensive coordinator trying to call a play there for 4th and short, but he got upset when he saw it was a first down. A fumbled snap there by Allen. He gets taken down. Nice play by number 37. Connor Roberson's been all over the field tonight, Ruben. He's made an impact.
Yeah, he's been solid. And it sounds like some of the fans wanted one of those same calls, but he just threw him down. It wasn't
what are you going to do? You get a guy by his hand. You got to try and yank him down. He didn't do anything malicious there. Just pulled him down. 8 minutes, 48 seconds. Good play there by Connor Roberson to hang on. It's not easy to hang on to a guy running one direction. You've got one piece of him.
Yeah.
So, strong kid, without a doubt. And that play showed it. So, 15 seconds here on the play clock. 8 minutes, 48 seconds on the game clock. Lots of time to move around for Allen. He puts a ball up in the air. It is
intercepted
by Lennon Annanins. Huge interception for the Cavemen. He put up a 50-50 ball, and that 50 that he didn't want to happen went down in the right direction for the Cavemen. Lennon Annanins,
he went up
number 3.
there pretty athletic right there and caught that ball.
Nice interception. Kicker, safety, and tonight an interception under his belt as well.
And that's a solid time to get one too right there.
It is. 28-24. You kind of put a stop to the bleeding on the clock that the Wildcats were trying to put together. You could see a lot of what they were doing. They did. A lot of quarter was killed. 8 minutes, 34 seconds. 28-24. Cavemen down by 4, but they've got the ball now on the 23-yard line. Here's the snap. They hand this one off to Wright. And Wright is going to get about 2 yards on that play. We'll see where they spot it. Yep, 2 yards. Maybe a yard and a half. Eight minutes, 15 seconds on this beautiful night in Lovington, New Mexico. Nice open air. They have the Lee County Fair here every year. Always a big attraction. Miranda Lambert was the main attraction this last year. And I can only imagine next year will be a big one as well. Just under 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Munoz rolls out to the right. He's got some space to run. He's going to get the first down. He's going to get more. He spins out of a
nice run.
Of a nice defensive play. He still took advantage of it beyond contact. Got about 18 yards on that play. Wow.
That was nice.
Munoz.
Yeah, he's getting a lot more confidence and a lot more composure back there.
You can see the strength when he runs into guys. He doesn't just fold. He really kind of pushes through them, goes through them. That's a big deal. Looks like there's a Lovington injury on the field. Send the trainers out. We're going to take a break here on this injury timeout. This break brought to you by Keystone Pump and Supply, Carlsbad Ford, Domino's Pizza, Eddy Federal Credit Union. $30, please. Well, Ruben, 7 minutes, 45 seconds on the clock. This injury timeout gives both teams a chance to kind of regroup, take a slight break, and get some water. But 28-24, this is a dogfight without a doubt.
Yeah, there's a lot of football left, but it's going to be, this one's going down to the wire for sure.
You're right here on 96.3 FM KAMQ. I'm Trey here with Ruben. of All Sports Best. Guys, go and check out All Sports Best for the latest podcasts and news updates locally. Want to do a podcast soon on the updates of Trevor Rogers, but every week we're going to deliver the coaches show. Here comes the snap to Marley Munoz in the shotgun. It's 1st and 10 on the 47-yard line. Deep pass from Munoz. Can he hit him? Yes, it is caught.
Nice.
Beautiful ball to Bobby Castaneda. That's the first
perfect.
deep pass I think we've seen this year, and it was placed beautifully. You can't give an athlete like that the ball too nice. He's going to make a nice play.
And that defender was right on him. It was
right
thrown
on him.
In the perfect spot. You know
that
what I mean?
cornerback played a really good
He's like,
ball.
how did he make that play? But that was at least a 30-yard pass. It was, in stride and perfect.
Clip that. Put it on the old social medias. That was play of the game for Bobby Castaneda, at least in the passing offense that the Cavemen have had tonight. And here's the handoff to Brock Wright. He's going to get taken down at the line of scrimmage. Ruben, tonight the plays of the games obviously came down with the special teams. The 2 kick returns were incredible.
Yeah.
I think both of them, I think they compare to each other. They're so different but so unique. But then the best pass that we've seen tonight, that had to be it. Big traffic. Bobby Castaneda showing us what he was capable of. We saw him do some crazy things last year with Kaysen Perez playing quarterback. Now Marley Munoz connecting with him deep. Here's Munoz going to hold on to this one. He dropped back for the pass, but he's going to go and get about 8 yards on that play.
That tackle gave him about 2 more yards.
They tackled him from behind and pushed him forward a couple of yards.
What is he,
it's
about
going
the
to be
3-yard line?
They're in great position right now, 2nd and maybe a yard to go, and just 2 yards away from the end zone. So they can get a first down without a touchdown right here, right up against the goal line. Oh, it's going to make it, 3rd and 2. So Cavemen definitely within field goal range, but they can't don't want to settle for a field goal, that's for sure. They're going to use this play and the next one if they need it. Here's Munoz is going to hold on to it. He's going to get stopped short.
Yeah.
And still no whistle, and he was stood up there with lots of guys. I feel like you got to blow the whistle earlier than that
as soon as
to prevent injuries. But
as soon as the momentum stops, it should have been blown. But they're at the 5-yard line, so they're 4th and 4 maybe from the 5-yard line.
So there's 2 ways to look at this. You send out Annanins and you put yourself within a point and hope that the defense can get it back to you, or you make the right decision here and go for the touchdown. Obviously, you don't want to have to throw it into Lovington's hands with 5 minutes, 21 seconds left on the clock. They've got secret weapons. We've seen what Guiterres has been able to do in terms of just getting yards when they absolutely need it most. You can't put it in their hands to run clock off. But, guys, we're going to be back here in just a minute. We'll see what the Cavemen do. We'll take a quick break, brought to you by Tate Branch Autoplex, Capitan Energy, and Balderrama Law Firm. $30, please. There's 5 minutes, 21 seconds remaining in this game in Lovington, New Mexico, as the Cavemen have a 4th and 5 opportunity, or 4th and 5 situation, depending on how you look at it. I think this is an opportunity for Marley Munoz to come up big on the clutch side of things for the Cavemen. Marley Munoz in the backfield with Brock Wright. 3 receivers out to the right. He's going to roll out right, put this one up, and it's nowhere near R.J. Hernandez, the intended target, or he didn't see it, one of the two. It looked like it kind of just went above him, but he didn't get to it. So that's going to be a turnover on downs. Lovington is going to be at the 5-yard line, and artificial noisemakers are illegal in New Mexico, so We've seen it happen here tonight. All right, 5 minutes, 15 seconds. It's 28-24. And we'll see if the Cavemen
defense can stop them here.
make a play. We'll see right here. Here's Guiteres back for the quarterback position. He falls. It's going to be a 2-yard loss for Lovington here on the trip up there. Looked like he had some space to gain some yardage, but Cavemen luck out, and they lose a couple yards on that play. The Cavemen defense looking to make a big stop here. This big stop would have to throw the momentum into the offense. They'd have to score.
Well, the one thing for Lovington, their biggest number one thing is to run clock. You know what I mean? If they can run that clock all the way down and get a couple of first downs, that's their big thing. Good thing is, well, we've only got one timeout left is what it looks like on the clock. So
all right, here comes Guiteres. He's in his own end zone right now. Throws the pass. It is caught. Looks like by Rivero, but I don't know if they're going to count this as a catch or if they're going to say it was dropped. I think the Cavemen defense is thinking it was on the ground, but no, they're going to give it to him. So it's 3rd and 5.
Running.
3rd and 5 here. 4 minutes, 12 seconds on the clock and ticking as that ball was caught in bounds. So
big play right here.
On the 10-yard line, it's 3rd and 5. Lovington has to get a first down here, or they're going to need to punt it to the Cavemen. Here's a drop back by Guiteres. They're going to close in the gap there, almost a safety. They're going to put him down at the 1-yard line. Huge play by the Cavemen, almost a safety. That would have been huge.
Yeah, if they would have wrapped him up right there, they would have got him in the end zone, and that would have been 2 points for us.
All right, if they have gotten a safety there, we would have had 2 points, and then we would have
Got
gotten the ball back in a possible situation where we could kick it to win the game. But right now, Cavemen need a touchdown no matter what. That's the only option they have now. 3 minutes, 15 seconds, and Lovington's going to let the clock run down to, I'd imagine, the 2-second mark or somewhere near that just to be safe.
We need another good run back.
They want seconds off the clock for sure. Here's the punt, and it is off. We'll see what the bounce looks like. Pretty good high bounce for Bobby Castaneda. He's at the 35, the 30. They're going to pull him down at about the 32-yard line. Carlsbad.
28.
I'm sorry, 28-yard line. Even better.
Yes.
2 minutes, 51 seconds as Carlsbad prepares to have their most important offensive series of the year so far, trusting it, putting it into the hands of Marley Munoz. He has been really good after his initial series. He has really picked it up after the fumble, Ruben.
Yeah, this is going to be a big drive right here with 2:51. This should be the drive of the game. Hopefully we get in the end zone and get that air horn to stop playing.
Right, exactly. 2 minutes, 51 will put a stop to the noise here in Lovington. Here's the snap. Munoz has some room. He's going to fumble it, and the Cavemen trying to jump on it. It looks like Brock Wright got it. They're going to have to mark this one
touchdown.
Back. They say touchdown, but I believe you can't advance the ball on a fumble,
yeah,
so we'll
can.
see what they say here. 2 minutes, 39 seconds still on the clock. If they keep this one up, it's going to be a touchdown.
Yeah, no, you definitely can advance it on a fumble. It's just if you don't go down and hit your knees, you know what I mean? Your knees, then you're down.
I could have sworn
no,
you couldn't
scoop
advance it on a fumble.
Yeah. Scoop it up and run it in. And Brock, man, that was a gutsy play because you think we don't want to lose the football, but he's like, you know, I'm just going to go into the end zone with it.
Right, with the most clutch play of the game now. Offense in the most unconventional way gets Lovington to stop the noise. 2 minutes, 39 seconds remain here in the fourth quarter, and the Cavemen are not in the clear yet, up 3 points. And Ruben, you knew it. I didn't. I didn't know you could advance the ball on a fumble. I thought it was wherever you recover it, that's where it stops. But that is incredible news for the Cavemen because that is going to put them in a really good spot here with limited time now. So Annanins to kick it off here shortly, guys. We'll be right back here in just a moment. This break brought to you by True Blue Services, Artesia General Hospital, 4 Elements Oil Field Supplies, Services, and Eddy County DWI Program. Stick around. Huge play there by Brock Wright. Gutsy play. I mean, if he falls on that, we're so excited because it's still in a good field position. He just said, hey, I'm a baseball player. I'm going to make this baseball play, and I'm going to get into the end zone.
I'm going to make an athletic move just like Bobby Castaneda's been doing all night on the run backs, and that's what he did. He just scooped it up and ran it in like it was nothing.
2 minutes, 39 seconds remain here in the game as the Cavemen lead by 3 points. This game is far from over, I'll say that for sure. We'll see what happens. Here's the kick. They kick it into the end zone, and that's going to be a touchback automatically. It's going to put the Lovington Wildcats on the 20-yard line. And, Ruben, you know what? I would say I think that that if high school teams want to pull it out of the end zone, you should be able to have that opportunity if you choose to do so.
Yeah, like him. It looked like Gutierrez was willing to run it out of there. Let him run it out of there. What is the big deal?
You never know what could happen.
Because as it is in college and especially pros, they have it so far up that you almost don't even ever see any kind of run backs.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just, might as well just set it down at the 25 or 30 or whatever they set it at. So this is going to be a big job for the defense right here. Hold them out of the end zone.
So Gutierrez at quarterback for the Wildcats. He hands it off to the running back Diaz, and he's going to get a first down on that play. He didn't get out of bounds, though, so that is going to be clock running as soon as the chains get set.
Yeah, and I was going to say, Diaz, that was probably his best run of the night.
I think it is.